down before. I told him better than this.
Craig, get
Get
up!
up, Craig. Come on, Craig. Come on, Craig.
Told y'all. You want some? Beat him down, beat you down. Who else wants some? Who else wants some of D-ball?
What's the deal, y'all? Look. Week one of the Rugby Championship has finished, man, between the Wallabies, the Springboks, the All Blacks, and the Pumas, man. And we're going to take a look at this first matchup, man. So basically, the Springboks obliterated the Wallabies. They destroyed them. You know, they did them like Debo did Craig and Friday, and they gave them the two-piece, no biscuit, maybe a drink, some extra fries, and we're going to need some ketchup and some sauce. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did to them, man. I'm sorry to tell y'all, but that's what happened, man. Here's the interesting thing. Before this matchup, I predicted the Springboks winning about 14 points. I think I said 10-24, right? The game ended up being 33-7, my boy. It was 33-7. That's not a good look, okay? That's a 26-point victory. All right? I thought it was going to be 14. The funny part was there was a lot of people in the comments, and they were like, the Australia, that's Springboks kryptonite. Australia, we won 85% of games. We won 97% of games against the Springboks in Australia. We never lose to the Springboks in Australia. If you look at the history of the game, we always win against the Springboks in Australia. And I'm looking at these comments like, y'all is smoking butt. Y'all smoking butt if you think this current Wallabies team has a chance against this current Springboks team, the Rugby World Cup winners of last year. But either way, I heard it out. Looked at some of the stats, some of the facts, and in the history, it's been close. But that's the entire history since 1792. Like, come on, bro. We looking at the last 3-5 years. Come on. And they got a new coach. That's a problem. Chemistry issues. They got a bunch of new guys, young guys. Chemistry issue, veteran, there's not enough veterans on the team. And it turned into some problems. Now, let's look at the game. 7-33. Here's where I think Australia messed up the most. And I said this during my live. For one, they kicked the ball away way too much. Way too much. And despite the Springboks actually kicking the ball more kicks in play than the Wallabies, I'll show the stats right here. So if you look at actual kicks in play, Springboks had 25, the Wallabies had 21. Now, when I also in the live, when I mentioned, as I'm watching the game, as I mentioned that Australia was kicking it away way too much, my issue was this. They were kicking it away for position the entire time. The entire time they're only kicking for position. They're not kicking for possession. And that's where they went wrong. Most of the times when they kicked that ball into play trying to gain position, they kicked it directly to Springboks players who went on offense, went on the attack, took over the game, and they were way too fast, way too athletic, way too concise, efficient, and had way too much chemistry for them to even defend those guys. Reason I say this. Now, we look at missed tackles on defense. Australia missed 29 tackles. South Africa missed 18 tackles. And I'm putting all these stats up. Total tackles, 148 to 140. But Australia missed 29 tackles. You know what that means? They were not kicking for possession and position. When Springboks kicked it, when Sasha was kicking, and Sasha had a lot of kicks. And he had a great game. He kicked for both. The Springboks kicked for both. They weren't just kicking just to kick it to you and then let you do your thing on offense. They were kicking it to get you out of bounds. You could do the line out, do your line out, and we're going to destroy you. Your maul is not going to be stronger than our maul. Our defense is going to be set, ready to go, more than your offense is going to be set, ready to go. And that's exactly what happened. If we look at passes, where's the passes at? Okay. We look at we look at total passes and total offloads. Passes 170 to 173. Springboks had 3 more passes. You look at clean breaks. The Wallabies have 4 versus the Springboks 9. You look at offloads. The Wallabies have 4 to Springboks 9. You look at meters gained now. 284 meters gained for the Wallabies versus 543 for the Springboks. They let them have the ball on offense way too much. And I get it, because in the history of the Springboks, you know, defense wins games. That's their prerogative. Defense wins games. But in this new day and age, these new Boks, you know what I'm saying? These new Boks, they got good springs. No pun intended. They got good springs. So when you let these dudes start, you let Sasha and Zulu start running on offense. You let Grant Williams start doing this thing. You got Ben Jason Dixon out there. You start letting these guys run around, do their thing. You got Kurtley Arinza and Cheslin Kobe. It was already dangerous when they just had Cheslin. Now they got a twin brother in Kurtley Arinza. And then you add Jesse Krill to that. Him and Cheslin, or him and Kurtley Arinza, is a problem on offense, not defense. We're not talking about that. We're talking offense. That's an issue. And you guys in Australia just kept kicking, letting them do their thing, kicking. And Ngoma catches it, they run the offense, and look what happens. Magic. Pure magic. Kurtley Arinza probably had 120 plus meters on the attack. That is an issue. So that was my biggest thing with Australia. Now, second half, they came out. They changed their game plan. They trusted their offense more. And you know what happened? When they trusted their offense more? The Springboks ended up getting 3 yellow cards in a span of 20 minutes. At one point, they were down 15 to 13 players. It was 15 to 13. Australia had 15 guys on the field. Springboks had 13 guys on the field. And what happened? The defense still prevailed because they haven't forgot their roots, which is defense. But Australia, on the other hand, did not capitalize on them having 2 men up on the Springboks. But what did happen was that when they trusted their offense more, that's when they got the closest to scoring points. Every single time they got the closest to scoring points and potentially having to come back was when they trusted their offense more. They did not do that. They did not do that in the first half, and that's what led to the momentum, the loss in momentum, gained momentum for the Springboks, separating the score and pretty much going up and winning 7-33. Now, I want to know what your guys' thoughts on that is. What do you think the game plan is going to be for Australia come game 2? My bet is that they're going to trust their offense more, not kick the ball away, try to keep possession, and if you do kick for possession and position, not just position. Position is not going to get you nowhere because obviously Australia's defense does not have the speed to stop the Springboks offense. They got to work on their lines. If I was them, I'm looking at Argentina and what they did in New Zealand. I'm looking at that and I'm like, we need to figure out how to do that for the Springboks, because if we can slow them down offensively, then we can force them to play defense where they will most likely concede more penalties. Big coffee boys, you know what I mean? Big coffee boys. But that's my thoughts on that one. I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comments. How do you feel about how Australia played and their strategy in the first half versus the second half? How do you feel about the Springboks and what these young guys are looking like? Sasha Ngoma, great kicking, great decision making. Sometimes, you know, he's still young, so sometimes he makes some bad decisions, but overall he made great decisions on the field. I'm thinking about the combination between Jesse Krill and either Cheslin Kobe or Kurtley Arinza. How do you stop that? And Grant Williams coming off the bench. Grant Williams coming off the bench had one of the quick ruck speeds, reminding me of Gibson Park from Ireland. His ruck speed was insane, and it had Australia flustered. As soon as he came in and was quarterbacking the team, his quick passing ability and decision making is very quick, and that had Australia flustered, very flustered. How do you stop that? What do you think Australia's game plan is going to be going to the second game? I predict another Springbok victory, but we will see if they end up changing the lineups come this second game next weekend. So let me know what you think. Get at me in the comments. Make sure to hit the like button if you guys want more videos like this. I've been doing these squad reactions and predictions, and I feel like they don't get the views that they deserve. So let me know if you guys want me to change up the style or anything like that, or get more in depth. But make sure to hit the like button, subscribe. Make sure to check out the lives. Usually I'll have them posted, upcoming, and then you guys can get in there before I even start, in case you guys missed this last live, which is really fun. I might be doing reactions to the highlights. If I do, most likely they will be on Patreon, but I will try to upload them to YouTube. But Sanzar with the copyrights is pretty strict, and I don't want to risk losing my channel again. So that's pretty much it. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Remember to keep it real, real is rare. Real always reaches to everyone. Next time. Peace.